Hello YouTube, this is Darc Vigilante here, bringing you another video, this time a character build video. We're going to be talking about the Frenzy Barb. This is a PVM Frenzy Barb created by Rousse. It can solo hell, and it should be able to solo hell with all these really nice rune words and whatnot. So I will leave the link in the description for this page. It has a lot more detailed information than I will give, just for saving time, and I like to keep it under 5 minutes if possible. So, here's the Barb. Let's take a look at his gear for starters. And he has a Breath of the Dying and F Breath of the Dying Berserker Axe. This isn't a top end roll, and I did that on purpose because I want to show that the top end rolls are really not necessary with this build. While it would be nice and while it would be, better to have that, it doesn't mean that you need it in order to be successful. I am also wearing Dracyl's Grasp, 2 Raven Frosts, and the key here is the attack rating. The higher the attack rating, the better. And obviously if you can get 20 dexterity, that's always a good thing too. Nosferatu's Coil, the increased attack speed and life, all that good stuff. Strength, all that stuff is important. Gore Riders, I don't think those need any introduction or explanation. Grief, same thing. Ignoring defense, it attacks fast and it does lots of damage. Archon Fortitude, in his review or in his guide, he suggests using a Sacred Armor. I couldn't find a 4-socketed Sacred Armor, and I got tired of waiting on JSP for someone to sell one. So here we are with the Archon Fortitude, just to show you guys that Fortitude is the way you want to go, Sacred Armor is the way you want to go, but I just don't have one. Ariat's Face, again, I don't think any explanation is needed there. Just a great helmet overall, more attack rating, all that good stuff. And High Lord's Wrath, again, if you've used a Frenzy Barbarian, or if you're familiar with needing to attack very quickly, you're very familiar with this amulet. In terms of charms, I just grabbed some as an example. If you have any charms that have maximum damage, plus attack rating, plus life, and it doesn't matter if they're small, large, or grand, those will be worth using. Of course, an Annihilus and Hellfire Torch, of course. And then let's take a look at the skills here real quick. Now, in his guide, he suggests basically maxing out Double Swing, Frenzy, and putting a few points into Berserk. And so I've done that, and the reason you're going to do that is you're going to swap through Frenzy, Double Swing, and Berserk depending on the situation. Frenzy will be your main attack. You will switch to Berserk if somebody is magic immune, and if you run out of mana, you can switch back to Double Swing and regain your mana real quick. So it makes sense how he has that set up, and it makes sense to me why you would run it that way. Combat Masteries, we maxed out Axe Mastery. We also put a point into increased speed, natural resistance, and Iron Skin. Our war cries, of course, Shout, Battle Orders, and Battle Command, as well as War Cry, Battle Cry, Taunt, and Howl. And most of that is just to get all of these. You're primarily going to use Battle Cry. It tends to last longer, and it tends to work better overall, in my opinion. You can run War Cry, as it does stun enemies, which is very good too, if you need to. So you can swap between those two, but I prefer Battle Cry overall, and I believe in his guide he also said that. I can totally see why he would be that way. In terms of my mercenary, this was not in his guide. This is what I chose to use, and I chose to use a Fortitude, a Faith Bow for my mercenary, and then just a random giant skull that I had laying around. There's way better than this, but this is just an example. I don't know if this is the ideal merc or not. You guys can leave in the comments below if you have something better, if you think something better would work. So, without further ado, we're going to take a look at how he is out on the battlefield. Oops. There we go. Alright, so let's whoop up on these guys here. And as you can see, you really don't take any damage. And you move very, very quickly, and you move around, and you just whomp everything that you see. Get a big group here. Alright, so there you guys go. If you like this, please leave me a comment. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave it a like. I hope you guys have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video.